I was gonna watch that Bears and Panthers game tonight, but that's gonna bore my eyes out. That game. Why they had it as a primetime game? Why they couldn't flex it?
I don't know who's playing tonight. That's
The
how much I
Bears,
care.
the Bears and the Panthers.
Uh, Pass. I'll pass on that game.
I want to see who somebody tanking. Somebody tanking tonight.
It'd be funny. They're both trying to tank and they're both trying to lose the game and they're both trying to see who can play the worst. That's
Now I
the
think
real.
Panthers trying to win because think about it, Panthers don't have a first round pick.
I know, but it'd be funny exercise if you think of it. Two teams both trying to lose instead of win. What would that game look like?
A tie.
Tie 0-0
Now let's get
somehow.
down. Do you think Rashawn Gary will be a game record Sunday?
I think it can be a game record any week.
I'm talking about Rashawn Gary specifically.
I think he can any game that he's in. So by definition, by that logic, yes, he can be a game record.
I'm talking about like I need him to be a TJ Watt game record this week. That's
We
game
need
record means that means pushing everybody back. Go buy mode.
I think we need a lot of people to step up and just keep improving. Keep improving.
What would happen if Quay and Jair can't go?
I don't know. I don't know. That's not going to bode well because without Eric Stokes back, we're a little thin at cornerback.
We can't afford nobody to get hurt.
Exactly.
That's why it was kind of stupid. Let's get rid of Douglas.
Yeah, it was definitely a move for next year and the year after instead of this year.
Yeah, because he's looking for a future already. He know his season lost.
Yes.
He knows it.
Yep.
he could
Exactly.
he could have brought in the veteran, but he wanted to make it hard for Matt LaFleur, for he can get the burdens off him and put the burdens on someone else.
Yeah. At the same time, if we know we're not going to be making a deep playoff run, that you got to see the young guys play. You got to evaluate them to see if they're worthy of a roster spot next year. See what you got for the next coming years.
That's true, but if the standard is the golden standard, G stand for greatness.
Yes,
Don't do things like that.
that's true. At the same time, I still think you can strive for greatness every week, even with the young guys. There
Yeah,
should be
but
no excuses for not reaching for greatness.
at least I can say we don't have to worry about Super Bowl bust every year.
Yeah, that
So we
is
don't have to
true.
have an immediate impact. We can take loans as we want because our window don't open to 2025 because we're still gonna be on the books for cap hits.
Yep.
So we can drag it out.
Yep.
Like other teams can't. Other teams they really can't because their fan base is gonna go nuts.
Yeah. And like it or not, 2020, 21, and 22 were 3 years where they were trying to get to the Super Bowl. And that meant inflated contracts for all the best players you had. Had an unfortunate devastating injury with Bakhtiari. Now we're stuck in this cap hell, and it's going to be so nice to get these contracts off the books and kind of start fresh. Have some room to bring in some veterans or some proven talent and then bolster the team if your draft picks aren't panning out.
Okay. What about? Would you keep David Bakhtiari if he's healthy?
I think I think the best thing you can do, assuming that he wants to play, is that you keep him, but somehow you restructure that contract so it's not such a big, huge hit.
Oh, we know that. That's
Yeah,
got to be done. So
they're going to have to do that. The other option is that you can release him, but what that means is you have to come up with a massive, massive injury settlement for him, and that money is still on the cap. And then on top of that, the league and the players, I don't think will look very kindly upon the Packers organization for doing something like that.
they would not do nothing like that. Anything that harm this Packers team, they would not do.
That's right. So I think he either retires,
They
he
still
re-
I keep him.
if he either retires or you keep him, he plays, and you maybe spread out that hit for like 2-3 years tops.
Yeah, but I keep him because
Yeah,
especially if we can't keep taking losing our veterans. We can't keep doing that.
that's right.
Because then we get rid of David Bakhtiari. Who's going to teach? I mean, Elton is not a legit left tackle or a legit right tackle. He's a legit guard, legit center,
Yes.
legit right guard. David Bakhtiari is a legit left tackle. Even if he get 5 snaps, you will get a full David Bakhtiari for 5 snaps.
Yes.
So he's worth every damn penny.
And yeah, think of this too. He is not a guy who got by with unbelievable athletic talent. His strength is he is a master technician at the offensive line, the left tackle position. His footwork, his handwork, everything is impeccable. And just having him around can only make the young guys better.
That's what I'm saying. People talking about get rid of him. I was one of them type of people because, of course, we want to get rid of him if we not be able to play. But you can pay him. You can even talk to him, sit him down, talk to him, say, we give you 4 years, $100 million or something like that for you be the coach, be a left tackle coach or something like that. Sit down, and give him options, give him good options,
Yeah.
and all that money that we owe you, take that out the books, and we'll rip that contract up. 4 year deal, $100 million, and you just be the left tackle coach. You
Yeah.
make
Or
you make your money. You can be the greatest left tackle. You can be the greatest offensive line coach or whatever you want to be. And we can let Adam Stanovich leave at this point.
yeah. Well, I think if Bakhtiari is healthy, in from
But
what he explained to the reporters, it seems like this is the last thing he needs to do to this knee.
I hope so.
And as long as he's playing, he's going to put 150% into playing the position.
That is so true.
Yeah.
But
So
go ahead.
we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But I know everyone's that was such bad luck. He signed the massive contract and then like a week later had the injury. It has been a long time. No one's more frustrated than him. We're all frustrated. It put Packers in a bad situation with the cap, considering we're not getting any return on that contract right now. So, um, God, I just really pray that he's back to being healthy next year, so, and gets
So
back to
we
playing.
need it. I would if we had David Bakhtiari, a healthy David Bakhtiari, every day, every game. I wouldn't mind. That left side would be so great. I wouldn't mind.
Yes,
I wouldn't mind saying that we're going to beat anybody. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind saying, okay, we can beat these teams because we have the offensive linemen to do it. It's hard not playing with your best left tackle when you play with Rasheed Walker, Josh Snyman. Even Elton said that he's better when he playing with an all time great. He's better.
of course.
This line plays better when it has all time great. When we have rookies, but I want to start Sean Ryan over John Ryan ASAP.
I think so. I think
He's
we
the
should.
mauler. He's a mauler.
The tape of him on that drive looked really good. Now,
15 snaps look better than John Ryan's whole career.
yeah,
And
and
at least we can say that he's not a third round bust. At least they can say
yeah,
dude hit on something.
yeah. Um,
And then if
what
Tucker Craft looking like, man, this I'm telling you, if we had Marcellus Lewis, Tucker Craft would be so much better.
they would learn from him. Yeah, no doubt.
And I would have kept Tunyon because Tunyon is like the Musgrave.
Yeah, I'd let Tunyon go and keep Mercedes Lewis, but I think they were counting on Tyler Davis being fulfilling that role, and then he got hurt. And when he was hurt, it was too late to bring Mercedes in.
What you think about Christian Watson at this point right now?
I've heard a lot of things, and Higher Point of View talked about it today, I think.
I
Um,
know. I heard something that
I I want to get your take on this, but if I could say something quick, is that I heard someone, it was on a podcast, they were talking about what Christian Watson's pre draft evaluation said. They said his negatives were he was big, but did not play football strong. They said he was bad at contested catches and that he got hurt a lot. And so far, after 2 years, I see those three same things.
but
So,
thing is that what's crazy is that look what he did with Aaron Rodgers though. That's the thing.
yes,
That's the thing. I
he,
just think that I just think that he knows that he won't be benched. I think he had to play perfect for Aaron Rodgers, or Aaron Rodgers was going to bench him so
well,
he can play. But now he don't have to worry about him getting benched. He can worry about him getting the ball, keep throwing the ball up over and over and over to him. But
yeah, I also
he
think,
didn't get benched just to see that Wicks. I mean, Wicks dropped the ball, but Wicks is there open. He's open. He's wide open. You know.
yeah, I also think Aaron Rodgers obviously was putting the ball right in Watson's hands, or for the most part, he wasn't putting Watson in positions where he had to make such contested catches. I think it's been a struggle getting on the same page with Jordan Love because Jordan Love's deep ball is not where it needs to be yet.
The only problem that I have with Jordan is the deep ball, the medium routes, short routes. But the
Yeah,
problem is that he can get it done.
he can.
Tom Clement needs to stop lying to that man. You get paid. You get paid to show him how to do things like that. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers really did not kick his feet up all the time like that. He kept his leg in the ground and he went off his back foot.
Yes.
And then he did not put all his power in it. He just flicked the wrist, flick the
Yep.
wrist, put it in front of other receivers, not behind, not to the side. You got to put it in the front of the receiver where the DB. Christian Watson is tall. I'll say if Christian Watson dropped those type of balls, that's on him.
Yeah.
But when you throw him behind him, he's not
Yes.
he's not Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams will make those type of catches in his sleep. He's not.
Yeah.
So you have to throw the ball right in front of him, for he can right in place of it, right in the butter. I think Jordan Love trying to he gets too cute when he gets on the road. He get too cute.
Yeah, he's at a point in his career where he's clearly thinking about all his mechanics, and he's not letting it rip with the deep ball. It's like he's trying to steer the ball in. If you've ever tried to throw a football and tried to control it, it's very hard. But if you just let it rip, that's going to be a better ball. And you brought up something very interesting, Taylor, about the footwork. And this is something I've been noticing, and I think we should try to do a video together where we compare and contrast Aaron Rodgers' footwork and Jordan Love's footwork. Now, I know it's not very fair to compare the two, but if you look at Aaron Rodgers, he had some of the best footwork I've ever seen on a quarterback. And his
Right.
feet were always moving, but they were shuffling and they were under control. Now, if you look at Jordan Love, he gets back in his when he takes his drop, he's bouncing a lot. Like he's bouncing on his feet a lot.
I just think
Now,
I think he watched like Michael Jordan and trying to put
maybe,
basketball in the football.
maybe, but the point that I wanted to make and what I if my theory is that when you're bouncing on your feet like that and a dude becomes open in a split second, you cannot get your feet on the ground in time to make that pass. So you either have to throw without a base, without your feet on the ground, or you're throwing the ball a little late.
Oh, you just gave me an idea. Should I drop a video on that tonight?
You should, because
Yes.
I was watching film and I was looking specifically at Aaron Rodgers' footwork and Jordan Love's footwork, and they are a lot different.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna do that tonight. And oh, that's how I get my views up.
yeah, 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 it'd be great if you could somehow get some video edited of both of them, and then you can talk about it. But yeah, I mean, I think Jordan will get better, don't you? Don't you think?
I'm gonna look at some Aaron Rodgers. Let me see some Aaron Rodgers. I want to see what. I want to see does he do all that bouncing? Because if you doing all that bouncing, then that means you ain't learning from Aaron Rodgers. You learning from somebody else. Because Rodgers,
Yeah,
let's see.
and we know not every athlete is the same. You know, we're not saying that he has to be just like Aaron Rodgers, but if you look at Rodgers, his feet are always like ready to plant and throw. Always. Now
Okay, yeah, I see what he tries to do. I see what Jordan Love messes up at. Aaron Rodgers bounce, but when he throw the ball, he's steady. He bounce,
yes,
steady throw. Bounce, steady
yes,
throw. He don't keep bouncing like he on a trampoline and throw because they
yes,
don't get no velocity like that. That's why his stuff is short. I see.
yes,
It's
yes.
why Todd Cook is not helping this boy with that stuff though. That's the thing. He gets paid to help him.
He
Is he that
does, but
low he
I
can't see?
don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's a habit Jordan can't break. I
It's
don't know.
guys. That's how. Let me see some more. His nickname is Quadzilla. Says it all. Those quads, massive. From
Touchdown.
I love Aaron Jones.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna be on his way out the door if he can't be healthy.
Yeah, it's sad. I want him to retire a Packer.
The first running back to do it in this era.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, let me see Jordan Love.
but even if you look at like Aaron Rodgers, when he's moving around in the pocket, his feet are shuffling. They're not bouncing.
I
He
think they
shuffles them.
need to do the same training. He got to keep doing the same training as Rodgers.
Yeah.
Look, it's not a habit, Tr. He just developed this habit.
Yeah.
Cause in college he didn't do all that.
Hmm.
He bounced, foot steady, throw. That's why they got him because he had the deep ball accuracy in college. But you go to him now, he just developed this stuff.
It's like he's. It's like he's.
Right.
Do you think he's just thinking too much and
Yeah,
he's not just playing football?
he's thinking too much.
Yeah.
Let me see. In week 1, he didn't do this. In week 1, he
Yeah.
didn't do all that bouncing.
Yeah. He looked much better.
But I'm looking at the Rams game that he bounced so much. That's the game I need to look at. Did he bounce so much?
And I think the key is to watch what he's doing when he's under a little duress, like when he's got a pass rush coming at him. Because there are sometimes he has all day to throw, um, or when he has a clean pocket and no threat of being hit, he can deliver short to medium pass, no problem, anywhere on the field. He's got the talent.
And what you think about Jair's shoulder? You think it's the same shoulder that he got a surgery on?
I don't know. God, I hope it isn't, because that'll be a problem the rest of his career.
Yeah. Let me see.
But I'll tell you what, though, Taylor. I had a bad shoulder like a year ago, and I couldn't play golf. I went to the doctor, and my doctor said the good thing about shoulders is that they can heal. They're one of the joints that heals really quickly and heals well.
Then he might as well
So,
go IR.
is that what they're saying?
I'm just saying, if he can't play, if he in and out of games, then you go to IR. And this is a lost season already. I mean, it's not a lost
Yeah,
season. Detroit, at least win 7 games. After 7 games, she should just rest it.
yeah.
But you see what happens when you have Aaron Jones in the lineup.
Oh, yeah.
AJ did a running hard. I like stuff like this. We need to do this against the Steelers.
Yes. I mean, AJ is running hard, that's for sure.
It's about that time.
But the thing about like Aaron Jones that makes him special is that he can make those quick cuts. Once his lane is blocked up, he can make a quick lateral cut and get to the outside. He also can like squeeze his body and he can fit through tiny holes really easily. He's one of the best at it, but Dylan cannot do that.
Right. Let me see.
They're just different. They're different bodies, different players.
Okay. Oh, Okay, so he doesn't bounce as much as we think, but he needs to stop kicking that leg up like that. That
Yeah,
that's also can get him hurt. He needs to stop kicking his leg up like that because he's not getting no velocity on the ball, and he needs to bullet more. Stop floating it.
yeah,
Unless
yeah,
you know, if you're gonna float it with some firepower.
yes.
Stop, because you float it like it's a punt ball. Like it's you on the punt ball. Well, if you want to float it, we might as well put you on special teams and punt the ball.
Punt the ball. An arm punt.
Exactly. Like
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll get better at it, but definitely there's something wrong with like the trajectory he's throwing the ball at, or something with his lower body that's not allowing him to really step into those long throws.
it's that
Maybe,
leg. If he just plant his
yeah,
foot as he's supposed to, plant it and throw, I guarantee he's gonna be way better. And he needs to be more in the weight room. I think I think Packers don't have them in the weight room as much like everybody else. Because everybody else, cause look at Purdy. Purdy, that was his problem with the deep ball. But look at Purdy. Purdy can throw it deep. I want to
mm,
see how Purdy throw the ball. Different quarterbacks, different strokes for different folks.
that's right.
That's
Well, I think Jordan has a better arm than Purdy. We just need to see it consistent on the deep throws. He's got those. His best throws are medium throws to the towards the sidelines. He's so good at those throws.
Get an Airbnb and get a place to yourself.
And and then that's the funny thing, because he's throwing it across the field, like 20, 30 yards. Those passes end up being about 50-yard passes. 'Cause they're across the field. He's got the arm.
he did. You think his accuracy gets better?
That's what he needs, and I think a lot of that is timing. I think it's timing. There's the timing is just a half a beat off, and it could be him, it could be his receivers, it could be both. I don't know yet. I mean, some of that stuff, it's really hard to tell unless you're right there in practice with them. So have you been watching a lot of film?
Yeah, I have. That's what I've been doing. I'm gonna do the quarterback. I'm gonna do quarterback thing though. You just gave me an idea. Uh,
Awesome.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do because we need to fix Jordan Love up. We gotta fix him. If he gonna be,
Yeah.
he gotta play like it.
And I believe he can do it. What do you think?
Dude, if like I said, up under the right staff. I mean,
Yeah.
the staff, but they acting like they know the D ball is a problem. So why are they not trying to fix it? Just like last year, we had problems. It took y'all to the last minute to want to fix everything. Like you gotta fix it when it's messing up. Like 49, you think 49ers gonna sit here and let Jordan Love just keep underthrowing the ball? No, they're gonna see what's the problem and they're gonna try to fix the problem. Just like
Yeah.
they need run support, they need more pass rush. They want to get Chase Young. Like the Eagles. They need a safety. They want to go get Kevin. They want to get the safety atop one of the best safeties in the game from Titans. You gotta learn how to
Yeah.
fix them, Goody. You gotta learn how to fix if you want this team to succeed. If you say this team is competitive, you got to make moves to show that you're competitive.
Yeah. I
I mean, I
agree.
understand the money, but You could have had signed. You could have got some cheap veteran. It was a cheap receiver, you know, that could fit our budget. That's the problem. Is the
That's
cap situation.
that's true. Goody's excuse for that, and I kind of agree with him, is that sure you could bring a veteran in, but then you're taking snaps away from the young guys.
It's not all about. It's not all about. It's like a Julio Jones would have fit perfect with this team.
Yeah, maybe.
Teach him how to go up for the ball, be aggressive. He would could taught Watson a whole lot of things about being aggressive.
I totally agree. You know
So
what I
and he was in the margin, a veteran contract.
yes.
The
So
Eagles stay good because they stand on top because they keep accumulating players that's gonna help the team right now. I understand that, but you gotta understand that this is Jordan Love evaluation year. This is not fair
it's
to him.
that's right.
Jalen Hurts had a, he got Jalen Hurts had an offensive line. Jalen Hurts had a backfield. Jalen Hurts had weapons. So his first year, it was on him because he already
That's
had a
right.
good team. The team, all he had to do is fit and play. He had a good team. Aaron Rodgers had a good team. Patrick Mahomes have a good team. But what about CJ Stroud? Have a good team. What about Jordan Love?
That's
This is
right.
your baby.
That's right. You know what I think their plan was, Taylor, now that I think about it? Okay, they had Devontae Adams and they lowballed him. And Devontae got pissed and said he's not going to negotiate anymore. But what the Packers were trying to do is they were trying to bring Devontae back on a long-term deal, so when they went from Rodgers to Love, they would have Devontae in the fold. Well, that blew up in their
Okay,
face.
this is what they should have done. And this is bad business on them. What they
Okay?
should have done is lay the numbers out. Okay, Devontae, we will make you the highest paid receiver, but the first 2 years, 3 years of your contract, this is why it's important to have cash on hand. Because you could say, okay, the first 2 years guaranteed, automatic. Or you could say, okay, the last 3 years of your deal or your 4 or 5 year deal, guaranteed. They tried to probably get him on $12 million a year, probably 13 million, 20 like $15 million a year to a caliber receiver like that. Why you didn't
Yep.
throw him at least 20? You could have thrown him at least $25 million. You paid Bakhtiari, you paid Jair
Yeah.
Alexander, you paid
Yep.
them guys, but you can't pay this man.
But here's the thing, Taylor. They were willing to make him the highest paid. They
But
were
that
going
was
to
the
pay him
last minute
more
when
than the Raiders
that was the last minute when Adams said, "I'm done. I'm done. Y'all blackball lowballing me. I'm done with it."
because yeah, you're right. They lowballed him at first, but that is what negotiations are for, Taylor. When you do business with people, you both have a number. But Devontae didn't like that number, and he got butt hurt. And then he said, "I'm not going to deal with you anymore. I'm going to play out my
Maybe if
contract,
he,
and I want to go."
maybe if you'd have threw him $25 million, maybe he would have lived. He'd probably be like, "Oh, okay." And then you
Yes,
look, and then you could have thrown if he get to a certain stat, then you could have thrown $3 or $4 million in incentives.
exactly. And if you
That's
think
see,
about
look, man. They need to get me as. I need to be Russ Ball. I need to be in his situation because ain't
so,
no way you let a receiver like that walk out. Ain't no way.
and think about it, Taylor. When they first started negotiating with him, the highest paid receiver wasn't going to get 25 million. He was probably going to get more like 20.
Kirk, Christian Kirk. He started it. He broke the bank, and everybody else wanted to be him after that. They said if he could get paid, I want to get paid. AJ Brown got paid. Debo
Yep,
got paid. Everybody
yep,
got paid because the receiver is a premium position, and Goop need to switch it around. Goop, edge rusher, premium. Receivers,
yep.
premium. Quarterback, premium. And the
Yes,
tackles, premium.
left tackle. Then you got to go defensive lineman, edge
So
rushers, premium.
they need to switch that. They need to switch it. Corners is not it's a premium position, but you can get a corner, but you need to fix up the trenches first. Then you go to your receivers. Then you
Okay.
fix the running backs. Then you get your quarterback. Then on the defense side of the ball, fix the trenches. Get edge rushers. Then get your corners. Then get your linebackers. Then get your safeties.
Yeah.
Go in and go out, not from out to in. It's
Yeah.
never gonna work like that.
That's right. I agree with you.
That's why they need to blow up this roster.
Well, I don't think they need to blow it up right now because it is blown up.
I mean, we not blow it up, but we got beefy guys. We got Jonathan Ford, T.J. Slayton, Devontae Wyatt, one of the best defensive tackles right now. Kenny Clark, but I would trade Kenny Clark in the offseason if you could.
Okay.
I'll shop him around.
Yeah,
Safeties is doing good. We all thought the safeties was going to be a problem, but that's not even the problem.
that isn't the problem. They could use an upgrade. Don't say they
They
can't
need
use
an
an
upgrade,
upgrade though.
but the problem is Joe Barry. That's the problem. But we're gonna give him his flowers. He got this passing defense at top 10, and his run defense is 23. I give him that.
Yeah.
If we can get into the top 15 by the end of this year, Joe Barry got a job. I'm just saying that. And Matt LaFleur got to get this offense more moving, more precise and everything. He got a job. And then we won't be sitting here talking about who the next candidate is, because by the end of the year, like Goose said, you got 9 more games now.
Mm-hmm.
9 more games. This is the evaluation year. You want to keep your job? This is the year to do it.
That's right. So I was thinking about this too, and hear me out as far as the coaches go. I think, we've been talking about like, hey, keep keep LaFleur, but get rid of all the position coaches. And the more I think about it, and I've heard others say this too, is that if you want to do that, you have to get rid of LaFleur too. You have to get rid of everyone. And the reason is that who in the world is gonna come in and what good coach is gonna want to come to the Packers with LaFleur as the head coach if LaFleur is on the hot seat?
Well,
Because
Matt LaFleur is good. Uh, reason why I say he's good because Matt LaFleur wanted Aaron Rodgers. Goot didn't,
yeah,
because I remember in the article Aaron Rodgers wanted Goody trade job fired, but
yeah,
Goody
he
got the
did.
last laugh. They
Yeah.
choose a GM over a quarterback, but okay, Goody didn't do nothing in the trade deadline. Well, traded Douglas, and we get $9 million next year. So maybe Goody's gonna be aggressive in the free agency market.
I think if he has a cap space, he will.
He did it. He showed that he had done it. Just he needs to put it on offense.
Yeah.
And I
Remember?
think like I said, we need to keep David Bakhtiari. Keep him. I was on the
Yeah.
road, keep him, but I like Joe Alt. I like Joe Alt. I like a few picks, but they're not gonna be better than David Bakhtiari. They not. Cause especially if we go against a team. Hey, have you heard that we're supposed to be playing against the New York Jets next season?
If the season ended today, we'd play the Jets.
So I'm gonna make a mock draft without a tackle until the later rounds. because I want to keep
Okay.
David Bakhtiari.
But would you not want to draft a good tackle if there was one available to you?
Or
Yeah.
or you can get a defensive line. If Kenneth Carr
Yeah.
can be traded, you need a replacement.
Yeah.
And
I
I
think.
love Quentin. I love John Newton, some guy from Illinois. That's why I say I'm gonna do a mock draft and I'm gonna
Okay.
show you who Packers. This is how we get Jordan Love back on track. He's on track, but this is how you get Love to exceed.
Okay.
Because this is y'all baby. If this your baby fails, y'all out of a job. And then
Yeah, and
Aaron
just
Rodgers will get the last laugh.
and
So
also
right
think
now
about
it's about tricky it's about playing tit for tat right now.
yeah.
Who
And
won the trade? Same thing with the Devontae and who we got Christian Watson and Romeo. Now them two guys have to put the numbers that Adams put up. Tit for tat. So you have to show that your decision is great. You have to.
that's right. That's right. Plus, just think of it. Even beyond the job, just think what type of legacy you're going to leave.
Right.
You're going to be the person who drove Aaron Rodgers out of the organization only to build a failed program.
Or was you the person who drove Aaron Rodgers out of the? Everybody said it was a good thing that it happened. Everybody else. I feel like it was a year too early. Like how Brett came back and bit us in the butt. And he came back and went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope Aaron Rodgers don't go to no damn Vikings.
No shit.
I just hope that don't happen.
Personally, I think they did it a year too late. If they were going to do it, and that was in the plans, they should have did it a year before that, and that way they could have gotten that massive draft haul that the Broncos got. Or no, sorry, Seattle got for Russell Wilson.
But I wanted Aaron Rodgers. I wanted Aaron
We
Rodgers.
did. We all did because
But like I said, it's not Aaron Rodgers' fault because he didn't have the weapons.
I agree.
He thought he was
I
gonna come
agree.
Monte Adams, MES, and Lazar. He thought he could come back to the same team that he was with when he won MVP. It didn't happen.
That's right.
I mean, he came back with Aaron Lazar, but he didn't come back
Yeah,
with the DA. That's
that's right.
why you think he took that massive pay cut? Because he
Yeah,
thought he's one of them.
that's right.
At least two of them. But see, everybody was so focused on Aaron Rodgers' contract. Devontae Adams said, "Y'all not putting me as a priority. Y'all act like Aaron Rodgers did it by. You act like Aaron Rodgers did it by himself. He had me. He had me too. We helped each other.
That's for sure.
He was upset that we choose Aaron Rodgers over him. I would have chose Devontae because Jordan Love right now. He would make Jordan Love look so good right now. Look at Kevin O'Connell of the Raiders. He made
Mm-hmm.
so good. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
The Raiders is a perfect situation on offense. Plethora of weapons. Plethora, a good coach that don't have a stellar play caller. Josh McDaniels was the problem. He was the biggest cancer of the franchise.
Yeah.
Now Devontae Adams happy. I'm happy for him. Even though, even though we lost to them, well, we should have beaten. But
Yes.
when we think about it, is that Raiders really didn't win anything. They haven't won anything in years. So you kind of gotta feel bad for a team like that. You kind of gotta feel bad for a Broncos team. They haven't. I mean, they have one, but I think they sold for that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Cause ain't no way they this terrible. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you let the Dolphins come put up 70 points on you. No way. 50? Okay. 70? God damn, that was a Madden game.
That was, yeah.
So
Crazy.
I don't think Green Bay ever allowed that to happen. Even when we played the Dolphins, we allowed that to happen.
No.
So what you think? Can we get it done? I'm starting to get back to the groove watching football.
Good. We can get it done. Now, when we say getting it done, we're not saying Super Bowl this year, but we can get it done, meaning we can get better as the year progresses and we can become a growing football team ready to make that next step. What do you think?
I think so. I think we just in the growing pains right now, but at least it wasn't like Detroit like last year though. 1-6.
Yeah, just think of that and look at once they started putting it together, off they went.
Yeah,
That
that's
can
true.
happen to us. Why can't it happen to
That can
us?
happen to us, but still, but see, Detroit they have veterans.
Sure.
It's gonna be a tough
Sure.
one. Yep, Kelly Packer is gonna be a tough one because you got two. They got Highsmith and they got T.J. Watt.
That's
Very
right.
dominant.
Who we should have? DJ Watt, a Wisconsin boy, Pewaukee, Wisconsin, went to the University of Wisconsin, was available in the first round when we were ready to draft, but no.
Who we picked that first round?
Kevin King. Actually, we traded back into the second round to pick up, I think, like an extra fourth rounder. And then we drafted Kevin King instead of TJ Watt.
Stupid. But we got Rashawn Gary. So we would have had TJ Watt and Gary. That would have been a crazy duel. But hey,
Yeah,
never say never. LVN, never say never.
that's right.
We
Hey, it
got
took
our TJ Watt.
yeah, Gary took a couple years to develop into the player he is, and so will LVN. He's young and raw,
They're the
but
same player.
yep. I think
What time is the TR? What's the timer? Cause I can't see the timer here.
let's see. Well, it's 8. It's after 8 o'clock here. Yeah, I probably do need to get going. I gotta pick up my kids. Um, but this has been a good talk, man.
All right. See you.
We'll have to do it again before the game.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. You have a great night.
All right.
Later.
Later.